Hi there, I'm the Lady of Nemesis and welcome back to my Let's Play of Neverwinter 2. Last time we found even more evidence down in Emperor's Well, as well as some other information in the nearby Dustwood, such as an appearance-altering powder gifted to the attacker's leader by a twisted dryad, as well as testimony by a young boy whom we suspect to be a seer. We also met a friendly giant spider called Crystal, who we gave some food after taking care of some known-sized werewolves. Hopefully by now we have enough evidence to support our claim of innocence, but more evidence never hurts.
Yes? Is there something you wish of me? That man who we have taken on with us, Bishop, I do not trust him, and I do not like the way he looks at you. Forgive me, it is not my affair. I only felt compelled to warn you. Very well. I went there because I felt my sword could make a difference. No other reason. There was a need for action, the need to set an example. To move Neverwinter to act is something beyond my strength. But a greater good has been accomplished, and you have shown that to me. I went alone because I had to. Battling the tribes of the old Owlwell is something that must be done. It is simple, a necessary act. There is no doubt as to what must be done. No conflicts. There are battles that can be fought and others that cannot. It is a difficult thing to speak of. I appreciate your words and your intentions, but this is something that is difficult to share. Perhaps another time, when the words are easier to find. You are correct. Your presence has steadied me in these difficult times. You have even helped achieve resolution where before there were only doubts. And for that, I thank you.
Is there something you need? Together we may act to uncover what threatens the land, and if that cause does not move you, then to uncover what threatens you and your people. Let us work together in this, as there is much we may do where alone we would fail. I can hear footfalls in the forests, the secrets the trees whisper, the stories stones tell. I can call upon the land to aid us, or harm those that would harm it. And you know the ways of towns and peoples, of civilization, of things that I know little about. We are two halves of a world, and together we may create a new circle, a window to see into both and share their secrets. Also, whatever is happening, I believe it to be tied to you in some way, and only by traveling with you will such mysteries be made clear.
What is it you want, lass? Huh? What about it? Huh? What? You like switching words around? That makes no sense at all. It makes no sense. It's wordplay. Riddles. Well, it just seems like dodging a fight is, well, cowardly, goblin-like. Whatever you say, I don't hold to that belief. I don't.
Yeah, something you need. Ask me no questions, and I'll tell you no tales. She's a scout who couldn't find her way north along the Sword Coast if she wanted to. And yeah, she's almost gotten me killed before. Go ahead, but don't expect any answers. The trial. A Luskan trick, probably still angry with you for driving away their agents in Neverwinter. Yeah, Duncan told me about that too. Are you seriously asking me, or just making conversation? Because it seems to me a law-abiding lady like yourself might just be asking for the sake of asking. And trust me, I'll respect you a lot more if you admit it now than hear my advice and ignore it. True enough. I'm not one for following what everyone tells me, either. I think you should skip this whole trial and just try to kill the ambassador. That'll send a nice message to them about what you think of justice. Trust me, that's the only language Luskan will understand. Still, if you don't want to waste time in court, you could just run from this, and you and I could go find some hidden trail somewhere and camp for a year or two. I don't know. If it was an offer, what would you say? Now, that wouldn't make the paladin very happy to hear that, and we don't want to make him mad, now would we? Ah, you warm my heart, you really do. I love that in a woman, mean and sharp-tongued. Ah, well, poor paladin. You win some, you lose some. In the meantime, I suppose you could follow the procedures and try to find proof of their claim. But that's only worth it if you can hurt Luskan in the process.
What's going on? I'm good at slipping into places, but not all the time. Coaxing locks to open, dodging traps, you know, subtle stuff. And I may have accidentally backstabbed some people in the past, but if they couldn't see me coming, well, that's their loss.
What? Did I do something wrong? Look, I'm sorry I got mad before. It's just that sometimes I don't think you understand being a farmer out in the middle of nowhere and what that means. Or growing up alone. What do you mean? Well, I'll believe it when I see it. I'm betting you grew up in a huge city somewhere, probably north of here, like Waterdeep. Anyway, I didn't mean to get angry before. There wasn't any call for it. All right then, fresh start. Still, I'm sorry, but thanks for not lording it over me. All right, go on and ask. There's not much to tell. To be honest, my mother died many years ago. Bad marsh fever. Not much I could do. As for my father, well, I didn't really know him. Died when I was very young. He's more like a blur than a memory. What about you? I mean, if you want to talk about it. Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about it. I mean, your father, or your uncle, he seems very nice. Distant? Why? You mean your mother? What happened? I mean, if you want to talk about it. Don't mean to pry like a town gossip or anything. That's terrible. I really don't know what to say. She must have loved you very much. I didn't realize what you'd been through. That you lost your mother. It's kind of strange. The way you carry yourself, it doesn't seem like you'd ever suffered any loss. Then I hear about this. Anyway, I'm sorry to hear it. Duncan seems nice enough. Be great to have kin who ran a tavern in my family. Maybe Duncan may know something about your family if you asked. I mean, if any of my kin lived, I'd have a quiver full of questions for them. Yeah, I'd do that. One day he may not be around, and you'll have lost the chance. I still think of questions I wished I'd asked my mother. Doesn't your father know anything about her? It seems like he would. What does Dagon say about your mother? Did he know her? Well, you might want to ask why you still have the chance. He may have his reasons, and if he were to pass away suddenly, you'd never know. I was wondering, who trained you to be a hero? Who was your teacher? Well, you might want to ask why you still have the chance. He may have his reasons, and if he were to pass away suddenly, you'd never know. Yes.
Indeed. Some way I can help? Oh, really? Let me see. Oh my, yes, this should help nicely. When we get back home, I'll experiment with this and see what can be done. Hold on to it until then, and we can use it later. Of course. Ask away. Always ready with answers, yes indeed.
Yes? Is there something you wish of me? Many who live in the shadow of Old Owlwell have suffered greatly from orc attacks over the years. Families have been put to the sword, homes burned, and traveling merchants have been slaughtered along the high road. The orcs need to be driven back. I did not come with them. Those are men and women who live in Old Owlwell who are willing to lend me their swords. They have good hearts. Living there has made them tough, capable, and their knowledge of the mountain paths have made them invaluable as scouts. Very well.
Yes? Yes, what of it?